Have you ever wondered what therapy is like, or what your loved ones talk about when they are with their therapist? Well, now you can be a fly on the wall in a real therapy session, an unnoticed observer. During this episode, you'll hear a real group therapy session with a modern twist. Our group therapy sessions are done as a mock podcast where participants are encouraged to have open dialogue about their mental health and addiction challenges. As an observer of this episode, we hope that you will learn something helpful for those among us whose struggles often go unnoticed. All personally identifiable information has been removed for the privacy of the participants. Thank you for listening.
Is that you?
Ready, everybody?
Yes. Yep.
Big open. Welcome to the podcast. Woo! We have somebody new on the show with us, the Marvelous Mermaid. Welcome, everybody, the Marvelous Mermaid to the show.
Thank you all.
Welcome, Marvelous Mermaid. Tell us a little bit about yourself first, because you're the new member of the show.
Well, I really like Sour Patch Kids, my favorite candy. And I shared them all with all of you.
I've got a good Sour Patch Kids story. Keep going.
Can you tell it?
Yeah.
But
I want to hear more about you
Ask
first.
me questions.
Okay. What are 3 things that you love to do?
I like hiking. I like going in the ocean. I like I like sports. I like doing sports, even though I suck at them.
I like trains, flags, and turtles.
Trains, flags, and turtles?
I don't think we were talking to Mr.
I think he asked her. My name is Jeff.
Your name is not.
Can we continue?
Stalker has changed his name to Jeff for the show, by the way.
Yeah.
You want to know my Sour Patch Kids story?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have a cousin in Scotland. Because my mom is from Scotland. Yeah?
No.
Okay. So his favorite thing are watermelon Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh, those are bomb.
But he calls them watermelon sweeties. So he always, every time I go to Scotland, he'd always...
Watermelon sweeties.
He'd call me up and be like,
I can't say
right, you coming to Glasgow? I'm like, yeah. Don't forget my watermelon sweeties. They're just watermelon flavored Sour Patch Kids. And I really think that he probably just stayed friends with me all those years to get the Sour Patch Kids, because they came to Scotland now. You can get them there.
And now
I never hear from him. I never hear from him. The last time I heard from him, it's like, guess what they have here now? Watermelon sweeties as much as I like.
Story of my
Yeah,
life.
then you ruin the treat, you know?
I have a story about foreign candy.
Yeah?
Tell it.
Yes, I do. Are we done with the sign-in, check-in?
Oh, tell the story.
Oh, okay.
Names yet on the
So
show?
my
that was just a test.
Mr. Steal Girl got a story.
Mr. Senior Girl? All right, so my ex-boyfriend, his aunt went to Canada and came back with these, like, peach gummy whatever things that you can only get in Canada. And
Canadian, it has to be bad.
you're welcome. And so he gave them to me, like she brought him back for him, and he gave them to me. And I remember opening the bag and being like, oh my God, Canada doesn't sell air, because it was filled like to the top, and that was something so like foreign. Like I've never seen that before. Like,
Yeah, that's weird. Like everything here is it's just a scam. They just fill everything with air, so you think that you've got more than you have.
I know.
Rip you
It's
off.
not right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I guess Canadians are trying to be more on the level there.
Canadians are like
Yeah, but
Were they good?
pro-glow. They were friggin' bomb, and there was like twice as many as there'd be here.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Stereo Girl.
Wow, we're really getting ripped off. Here.
My name is Jeff. I'm 43 years old.
Oh my God.
you're how old?
Jeff,
My name is Jeff. I'm 43 years old.
So
Jeff,
you're
my
about
name is
33 years older than you
Jeff.
actually are.
No, my name is Jeff.
hey Jeff, how's your week been?
I think it's been
It's,
pretty bad. I've
Yeah?
been kicking your
Spicy.
butt in cards.
Not medium, not mild, spicy.
Marvelous Mermaid, how long have you been here now?
I think I've been
know
here
how-
for
True
that,
4 days.
true that.
4 days?
4 days? I don't even remember.
How's it
Wednesday-
been so far?
So 30 days,
It's been okay. The food's great.
Are you comfortable talking about why you're here?
Not really.
Then
right
you don't
now.
have to. Don't worry about it. I'm very sad it's Baby Goat's last week on the show. Everybody's having candy
You can
bars.
still talk. You know, it's okay.
Okay, it's all right. It's candy bar hour.
I'm from New
Candy
York.
bar
I'm
hour.
bothered by that.
Thank you. Candy bar hour on the show. What's everybody's favorite candy bar while everyone's eating candy bars?
Twix.
Which one? What is it? Milky
Even though I'm
Way?
eating a Milky Way, it's Twix.
Yeah.
Snickers.
That's a good one.
What else?
Reese's.
You can probably hear us all chomping right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or Kit Kat.
Kit Kats are great.
Oh,
It's
those are
the
gross.
best sharing one. It's the
Oh,
best
no,
sharing
it's
candy
not.
bar.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
but whoever-
Which one?
When it comes
I
to
get, like,
chocolate,
the-
cheers.
The 12 pack of Kit Kat, you know, like where there's like 12 of them. Ain't nobody sharing with me.
Selfish.
No, man, Kit Kats are bomb.
They still have the Give Me a Break Kit Kat commercials? Give me a break. You guys know that?
No.
Are we supposed to be around from the 1980s or no?
Oh.
Well, I am.
That's
They
the
used to have
point.
commercials. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break.
We
That
might
Kit Kat
be in an
bar.
adolescent rehab, you know?
You're not
Might
you
be
when you're
young.
hungry. Snickers.
Yeah.
When
So,
it's
guys,
easy
tell
to
me
do.
about your week. Let's.
I didn't
What?
say that. I never said that.
I can whistle.
Can we get into the week?
Yeah.
I feel like we should
so
do like
this
a
was-
week wrap up.
I'm depressed as shit.
You are?
That way we'll lose a lot of privileges if we talk about our
No,
past
we.
week.
Hey, excuse me. What are you talking about? Anything you say
They
here
said anything
cannot
goes
be
now.
used against you.
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
Okay, let's.
Anything
You want to talk about Saturday?
You may as well put it
Talk
to the
about
test.
your week.
Yeah,
we all
what
had a
happened
terrible
Saturday?
weekend, at least, if not a week. Well, not we all. I did. So I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
So I guess it started off with what was his name?
Young Bird.
Young Bird.
Young Bird left?
Yeah.
it is. Well,
Young
yeah.
Bird might be.
Well,
back.
he might be coming back.
What?
Young
They
Bird.
say a young bird often returns to the nest.
Did somebody here possibly almost get arrested?
Ooh, sorry,
Just like
guys.
no names.
My name is Jeff.
Almost got arrested.
Yeah.
Why?
All right, so let's talk about it.
Jeff is 13, by the way.
Darn it.
Yeah,
No,
43 is
Stop
like a
hitting the
little
table.
too old.
Stop hitting the table.
When you have a kitty voice like this, 43 does not work.
Guys, don't give Jeff such a hard time.
I'm talking
My name
to
is
you.
Jeff. No, my name is Jeff. My name
Please
is
just
Jeff.
go, bud.
Yeah, I'll just
So
explain
I
how your
guess-
week was, because we all gotta go.
Go ahead.
I guess it just should I start from the beginning? I guess.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
That's what happens in a week in review.
Okay, I guess it just started from slap boxing.
What's that?
He's like, he goes up to me. He's like,
Pick your mic up.
he started talking to me like,
I gotta get
if
you
someone
ready.
ever rushes you, you got to be ready. And then he started slap boxing so we can get ready, so I can be really good at fighting. So if anyone ever rushes me, I'll be ready. So we started slap boxing, and semi hurt, but then we kind of like went to fists, and then we eventually stopped. And then apparently he didn't. Young Bird didn't stop. So sometimes at random he would just like kind of like punch me, and we kind of like got into it.
Yeah.
Like, kind of slash slap boxing slash shadow boxing? Is that what it's called?
I guess so, yeah. That sounds right.
Go for boxing. You got boxed out.
Yeah. And eventually it just led to bruises and bruises,
That's not good.
bruises.
All right, what about something good from your week?
Anxiety.
You've been dealing with anxiety. You've been dealing with depression. Anybody else in that?
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Anxiety. Both.
Both.
Both?
Side.
Anxiety. Everything.
I had extreme anxiety coming here today because there was so much traffic and I didn't want to be late and I was going nuts in the car. I'm not exaggerating at all. I was really starting to feel like panicky, and then I was just like, you know what? This is beyond my control. I can't control the traffic. I can't control what's going on. And I turned on the radio, and it was the classical music station randomly. And I was like, you know what? I had this thought on the way here. I was like, I'm literally sitting on a moving couch right now, listening to an entire orchestra play for me. I gotta just appreciate that. Like, it's really weird because it's the radio, but there's like an entire orchestra playing in my car. And it helped. It didn't completely get rid of my anxiety, but it helped a lot. I was like, oh, I guess this is.
I dig that.
Yeah, it's like just like accepting the fact that I was kind of powerless in the situation, and then trying to like find things to appreciate about it. Like it really sucked being late, and I was thinking about you guys, and I was like, you're probably all gonna be sitting at this table. Like, where is he? And like,
how could you do this to us?
Like the GPS, the number just kept going up of what time I was gonna arrive, and I couldn't get everything to move. And so question: what do you do for anxiety or depression? Is there anything you found that helps?
Coloring,
breathing, thinking about it over and over and over again until it goes away.
Baby
Probably
go?
not.
Oh no. What would help me for like anxiety or depression? I don't know. It's most likely be like.
sorry, I love you.
Would probably be like drugs or something.
No, like positive thing.
Yeah, positive. Those are positive. For positive, would
Baby
just
Goat
be,
is so out of it tonight.
Shark.
Probably music.
Yes.
Can I be excused for like a minute?
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Listening to music.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough thing to handle. Like anxiety and depression. These aren't like just problems that you guys are facing now. I mean, like people deal with this their whole entire lives. And I've talked to so many people about it. Like I've talked to really, really famous people who suffer terribly from depression.
Robin Williams.
And you'd think, well, I didn't talk to him, but
I know. I'm just
He's
saying, like that's a
dead.
good example. That's the point.
That's the point.
but like you'd think these people would have nothing to be depressed about, right?
Yeah, like
But-
Jim Carrey, he has everything he could possibly need or want. And he still feels so alone. He still feels completely powerless in his life.
Me.
No, I mean, I get that, but I'm just like they have oodles of money.
Yeah.
I love the word oodles. I'm sorry.
It's a great word.
Shits and giggles. I love that sentence. Shits and giggles.
Yeah, I like these little things too. These little colloquialisms. Are they colloquialisms? I don't know. They're just little
The
phrases.
little flingies.
Oodles. Oodles is great if you use it in the serious context.
That's what I was just trying to do.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it worked, but oh,
Like listen. You're like at the head of a boardroom. You're like, listen, we have a lot of work to get done before corporate comes in on Monday. I need all of you to get oodles of work on my desk.
I can't take it seriously. I love when people do that. Like there was this girl at my other rehab who all she did was curse, like every other word, you know, those kind of people. And she loved cursing out the staff too. And there was one time she was really pissed off at the staff and she's screaming at them and she goes, "You dingbat!" And we're all like, of all the words she could have chosen, she goes, "You dingbat!" And we were all like, what the and everybody was just dying. It was so funny.
Yeah. That's hysterical. Using the wrong word in a serious heightened context.
All right, I hate
always great.
something I hate is when you're like mad at somebody and you're like arguing and you like stumble on your words and you're like, you didn't hear that. You're like, I went to the store. I went to the store.
Yeah. So I had another idea of what we could do on the show today before we get back to stuff. I'll give you options. Do you want to continue talking about the week stuff? Or do you want to play a game?
Let's play a game.
Or we do a
Alright.
joke.
Can we play one word story? Do you know
I
that game?
gave you this.
I gave this to you.
Game. I say game.
Game?
Game.
All right. So this is a game that I actually played today, which is kind of fun. I take an improv class on Monday mornings, and it's fun. And it's like argue for this thing. So basically, today I argued. We're gonna give each other things to argue. Like today, I argued.
like debate.
Why? No, you're just not debating with anyone. You're just arguing why. You're gonna present a case. Like I argued why donkeys are better than horses, which you would probably have.
Can
problem with.
it be something
Jumping
stupid
up,
like
I love Judd.
why pickles are greener than like the ocean or something?
Well, yeah, it could be that, but it'd be kind of like why pickles are better. Let's stick with better.
All right.
All right, so Baby Goat, why don't you give the first suggestion to somebody why something is better than the other thing?
Okay. The Marvelous Mermaid. Why is the right Twix better than the left Twix?
Ooh.
All right, you have to make a convincing argument now.
The Twix bar. Oh my god, the Twix bar is one. They have 2 in it, right?
Yeah.
I literally am going blank. I have no idea.
That's a tough one. Does anyone else want to pick it up?
The
Okay,
right
wait.
one's better because the right is right. You know, it's like right is
Ooh.
better.
All right.
That's all I got.
Keep going with it. Don't give up yet. You have to keep building your case.
I have no idea. I can't go any further.
Anybody else want to jump in with anything else on why the right?
You should
Twix
continue
is
with the
better?
right because the right side's always better. You wake up on the right side of the bed, so when you wake
There
up on
you
the
go.
right,
There
you
you
go
go.
to the right. You got the right Twix helping you, while the left. I mean, that's just like a depressing.
The
like,
left one always leaves because it left.
Also, if you're right-handed and you're going to grab a Twix, it's like the most easy access one
There you go.
because
This-
it's lined up with your hand.
And then
This
if you're
sucks
left-handed,
because
you're
I'm
normally left
a
and back,
I'm a left Twix kind of a person.
If
So
you're
we are
left-handed,
different.
you're normally left out.
This is very true. We
That's the
know.
point, genius.
All right, that was a tough one.
Hillcrest Adolescent Treatment Center, or Hillcrest, is a tranquil rehabilitation oasis for adolescents struggling with addiction, substance abuse, and co-occurring mental health disorders. Our magnificent residential facility is based in the tropical foothills of Agora Hills, California. Rustic, yet elegant, it is uniquely situated and designed to provide and nurture healing on all levels. We aim to cater to each client's physical, emotional, mental, psychological, and nutritional needs, specifically through our individualized and diverse treatment plans. We focus on the key principles of mind-body health and provide wholesome healing in a mostly unplugged and small group environment. We aim to provide the highest level of professional care and provide the client with an excellent, well-balanced, and well-rounded experience while being treated at the facility, as well as the adequate tools to function independently and responsibly post-treatment. We accept most major insurances, including United Healthcare, Cigna, and Aetna. For more information about the Hillcrest Adolescent Treatment Center, call 888-620-4051 today.
Now, on a serious note, I'm going to read the paper that was handed out. Don't worry, everything they might talk about, cops, fighting, bruises, suicide attempts, thoughts, etc., has been reported and or addressed, which means right now we could actually get serious and talk about this past week.
Get closer to the mic.
Yeah.
Which means right now we could actually get serious and talk about this past week. All right, who wants to start?
All right. You start because you brought it up.
Yeah, but me starting is I don't think you guys want to start shit with suicide.
Let me just say something. This week, a couple days ago, this past weekend has kind of sucked for a lot of us. A couple of us had to deal with giant triggers.
The cops.
The cops.
2 girls smoking weed by the beach.
2 girls smoking weed by the beach. And just being outside for the first time being sober was a little bit hard for a couple of us. Yeah. And it's just been a hard weekend.
Let's talk about that. Why is it so hard to be out for the first time being
Because
sober?
I used, since when I woke up to when I went to sleep every single day, I never had a second of soberness in my life before this for quite some time. And I'm finally sober. I'm going out. We went to the beach and we're walking back. And all of a sudden, I see 2 girls in a car, hotboxing a car, smoking weed. And all I'm thinking of is 1,000 different memories of me doing that with a car. With, like, me having a girl in the car, we're smoking, and then, yeah, what happens. But we're smoking weed, and, like, the smell was so great. It was so amazing. I wanted to be there again. Because, like, right now, like, I'm limiting myself. I'm taking it out of my control, but that was something, like, I really wanted. I know, it's just fucked up, because then we continued that while we went to a grocery store to buy, like, whatever they call it, type of candy. Duck food. And right as we're by the checkout, 3 sheriff department cops walk in. And they all look like the biggest dicks. And I don't have a good record with cops at all, knocking out 2 of them. And I just wanted to kill them. Snickers actually held me back at the time from killing them. In a way not. And I went to Starbucks, first time in the store that you're actually talking to the counter person by yourself. It was a terrible day.
It was tough talking to the counter person at the store?
Well, the bitch took about 25 minutes to make a stupid iced mocha latte, which should normally take about 2 to 3 minutes at most. As everybody around me can verify, because they were waiting in the car for that time.
Yeah, it was a long ass time.
I mean,
everybody was pretty upset to be waiting for that one.
Yeah, it was really fucking annoying.
Let me hear about some of your other experiences from this week.
that's just the start to everyone's
That's just
week.
the start.
So what else?
Suicide
I
stuff.
want to address suicide in a huge matter here tonight.
That was a really big deal yesterday because at some point we were all very suicidal, like unanimously. We were all.
Well, not all
You think it
unanimously,
feeds-
but yeah.
Do you think it feeds off each other? Like if one of you feels suicidal, then
Sometimes.
Towards yesterday, no, in a way, because two of us were separate, so none of us were actually with each other. One of us attempted, being me, and the other ones, I guess, were just feeling suicidal.
have you been also suicidal?
To be honest, not that much. I've just been really stressed out because everyone else is all stressed out. And
Yeah. So
it just brings it on to me.
that's interesting. So it's like it kind of does have a domino effect.
Yeah, but
What about the other way around though? If you guys are like in a positive mind,
It doesn't.
Does that spread too?
it feels like every time we get a positive attitude in this house, there is always something to bring
There's
us
always
down.
someone
Gets
who
shot
degaffs.
down.
There's always someone who degaffs.
It's
or it
like,
gets shot down by the staff.
yeah, I was just about to say the staff. You could be in such a positive attitude and they'll bring it down because you're too loud. But this might be the most positive time we've ever been in this house because our voices are not as low as they want.
I have that same challenge with my wife. Like when I get in a good mood, I get loud, and then she's
Right.
like, "Hey, stop being so loud." I'm like, "You're killing my good mood."
That's exactly what they do here quite
I
often.
totally understand that. I
But it's
get
not
where you're
even
coming
the-
from. I mean, I've also had to figure out where she's coming from too. You know, to try and make sure I still have a good relationship.
Yeah, but I also feel like regarding the suicide yesterday, I feel like I saved another person's life. That signed out of the show, so.
That's good. Anybody else want to add anything?
Life sucks.
Yeah, that much we know.
Life really does suck.
I mean, this is my last show, and I'm kind of depressed about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you too.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that right.
I'm really
closer
depressed
to the
about
end.
that.
I know that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to like
Address.
address mostly, because I know there's a lot of people with like really strong feelings about that.
Well, let's talk about it.
And I mean, yeah, it's happy that I'm leaving and I'm graduating for the program, but yet again, I'm gonna leave like basically my family, because everyone here is basically formed like a family bond in a way. And I was writing in my legacy. Legacy.
You're not dying.
I know, I was writing in my legacy
Rehab
about how I
legacy.
had to live with 5 other people every single day, and how I got to learn off of everyone. And now I know how to deal with people at my house, like my sister who's crazy. I now know how to learn.
Like, give us an example.
She's gonna be the one girl to listen to these.
My sister's insane.
No, but give me an example of what you learned on how you. Can
How
deal
I
with it.
learned from them? Well, there was this other client who was crazy, and she graduated, but she was crazy. And I learned a lot from her and how to calm down in a situation and just walk away from it when they're being crazy. So,
That's a pretty good skill to be able to take.
and
with
that's
you.
the same thing with my sister.
Yeah.
My sister's crazy.
You need to be able to walk away from crazy.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah.
And it's not just your sister. Like as you go through life.
Yeah, there's a
you're
lot.
gonna-
There's going to be tons of people.
Yeah, some of the things, if I wish I could go back and fix in my own life, would be situations where I just hung around crazy for too long when I should have walked away.
Like to say what they are.
You want me to?
Why not? Fire away.
Italian Bobby's always like, go ahead. Let's see what you got. Story what? I worked for a couple, married couple who were absolutely miserable with each other. And I produced a show for them where we had to pretend that they had a happy marriage.
Ouch.
And it was horrible, and I should have quit.
Honey, I love you. Fuck no.
That's exactly what happened. And every time I'd be like, all right, let's take it again. And this time you actually do love each other. And it was a horrible experience. And I was like hurting in my own relationship with my wife because I was around their bad marriage so much that it was actually like having a terrible effect on my own marriage. which actually wasn't a marriage yet. We were just dating, but
Well, she chose you somehow.
but it was very toxic for me to be around that, and
I feel toxic relationships. I understand those.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, they end up in death normally, though.
This is true. Or suicide attempts.
Well,
there's also like something like alluring about them, though. When you're around toxic relationship, the thing is like, I think like one of the big differences between maturity and like not being mature is like being able to say, as much as this is like an exciting train wreck show that I don't want to stop watching, it's not good for me, and I got to walk away from it.
Yeah, but that's what suicide does. It ends it.
Yeah, but why would you end it when you could improve it?
Because what's there to improve my life right now?
Do you think anybody has a good life, or no one has a good life?
Oh, I think there are tons of people with a good life, people that are happy with life.
So why should they have a good life and you can't have a good life?
Because
Why
Life
can't
is so screwed up.
because I made so many fucking mistakes. That's the effect in this.
You're like, you know how I know about serial characters that you guys have no idea about? It's because
Like who? I probably don't know.
well, we talked about the frog.
Oh, I thought you meant like
frog.
serial
because
killers.
yeah, that's what I thought you
did
meant.
I say killers?
Yeah.
No, you said characters, but I thought you meant serial killers.
Yes.
I did not realize that you meant your old stuff from the early 1900s when you were growing up.
I was trying to make a point that
I'm like, no, I know them. Like,
you guys are
Got
young. Like you're so young. So even though life can feel like really like it sucks right now, and I'm not just saying it feels like that. I bet for a lot of you it does suck, and it can feel really hopeless. You've got age on your side, and you've got so many years to like flip it around.
But then again, we don't, because drugs take you in a second. Drugs will take you in a second.
Hopefully, why you're here to like get past that. I mean, you can improve your life. You can get past this shit. I've gotten past so
I was
much
flying yesterday, literally trying to end it, and it didn't fucking work for the 100,000th time.
It's not going to work on the 100,000th time. It may work on the billionth time.
That's too many more times to try. Like,
exactly.
I want to do that before that.
Keep trying. You got to keep trying, because the billionth time could only be like a year from now, and then you have like, I don't know, 100 years more of good life.
I was happy after that I didn't die. I mean, not that I just like made like 1,000 tumble sauces after flying for a bit of time off a mountain, but I mean, because right after that I was able to save that other kid's life that he was having an attack and he literally slipped. I mean, he's not going to tell you this, but he was off the wall. He was lucky that he gripped it all together to get back up on it, because he was off the wall.
So you see, what made you feel better was giving back. And that's like
the problem is that people here are telling me that that's a bad thing.
Giving back?
I'm getting told that helping others, you got to work more upon yourself, more upon yourself, more upon yourself.
Because you probably don't have a good balance of it. You need to be able to help yourself.
Oh, I have a terrible balance of it. I don't help myself for shit, but I help somebody else, and I don't want crap from it. I want, like, thank you.
The thing here that really pisses me off is, like, there's no sense of humanity. There's just, do this, try to kill yourself, cut yourself, blah, 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 whatever, and we'll call it the pet team. It's never
too clinical for you.
It's never human. It's never compassionate.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It's like, I'm trying to get better, and if you keep calling, like, the pet team on me or whatever, or at least threatening to, which happens, like, every day, how am I going to get better?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I couldn't speak to like one approach versus another approach. I'm not a therapist, but I just know. Like,
no, what's funny is that, you know, they always like, you speak to them and then they like say that they're going to try to do something, and then they like find like a last excuse, like, you guys didn't tell me that. Well, no shit, we didn't need to tell you that we tried to kill ourselves that day too, because then you would realize, shit, we're actually right. We're trying to prove our point without showing you that, according to you, we're the worst people in the world. Yet, if we would prove our point, that's all that would come out of it. We are the worst people in the world, and there's nothing, or I am the worst person in the world, and there's nothing that you guys can do about it.
Can I tell you something that cracked my brother up that I said? I'm probably going to get, like, the therapists are going to get mad at me for saying it. Maybe.
You're allowed to say whatever you want here.
I'll say whatever I want. It's true. I told my brother, I'm like, I figured out what my therapist is. He's like, what do you mean? Like, she's an emotional bathroom. You just basically, I just go there and you just dump everything out, and then you walk out and you feel great, and you don't have to care because you just get rid of everything.
Yeah, but what about feeling that you can't get rid of it? Because you're
the
being judged.
The point of why I brought it up is because, like, you got to look at a therapist. Well, I don't know if you have to. Maybe I'm wrong that I look at a therapist like this, but I look at a therapist like an emotional bathroom, and that helps me because it's like, let me get like all this stuff out of my system so I can be happy and just like leave it on this therapist. But when you start like thinking about your therapist as like, I don't like their approach because I get like that too. Like,
what is happiness?
Like, you're talking about them being too clinical. Then you're not realizing that they're there for you. It's a tool for. You're not here for them. They're here for you.
Yeah, but what about when it feels like some of them are here for the money? Some of them are not here for the actual work.
But it's not.
But no, because then you can't use them, because when you try to use them for you, that gets brought down.
Because you have to. These are tools that are at your reach. You have to take the tools you can to try and make your life better. You have to look out for you, and that's like what I think they were trying to tell you, like about helping everybody else. I'm just guessing that what they're trying to tell you is you got to help yourself right now because you have amazing potential. And I'm talking to all of you, but I'm also specifically talking to Italian Mafia right now. You are a giver, like a caretaker. It's in your personality. So if you're actually able to take care of yourself, think about how many people you're going to be able to help in your life. And yeah,
but the last time somebody died, and I know that right now, yes, people might not die in this place, but people are trying suicide here every single day.
And this is what I'll tell all of you. If you guys can conquer your demons here, think about like how many people you could help. Because imagine
you can get through it.
Yeah, imagine if somebody could like whatever problems you're feeling could come over and tell you the solution for them.
Yeah,
how awesome would that person be to you right now?
What if you feel threatened to conquer your demons?
So what if that person to somebody?
You realize this is the first group where we're allowed to speak our mind and it can't be used against us since I've been here, and I've been here for like 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more. This is the first group. Last two podcasts ago, we got in trouble for it. Right, 2 podcasts ago, it was used against us.
It's improving then. Let's look at it like that.
No, because it's also the people.
Like,
great, I'll open up, but I won't open up to everybody.
We're able to use this podcast to open up and to have fun and to be funny and to just be silly, and that's kind of the good thing about this. It doesn't have to be deep all the time. It could actually be arguing about the moon or a wolf, which one is a better ass. I don't know.
It's just like the saddest argument in the world.
Sorry, guys.
But it's good. It's good. It's like you could sing, you could joke around, you could get deep, and it's all right, you know? It's all correct use of this. So, we only have, like, our last 10 minutes now, so I do want to hear a little more from Marvelous Mermaid, because you're new on the show, and then I want to dedicate the last 5 minutes of the show to a goodbye to Baby Goat. So...
Hold on, we got to get Baby Goat to smile.
Yeah, please smile for us, Baby
Smile. Goat. Stop trying to hold a serious face. You can't do it because it always comes up and it always like starts cracking up.
You did mention it.
You can't even look at me in the eye right now because it will take away your serious face.
Baby Goat, you did mention at the top of the show that you're super cute. So you.
Oh, I am super cute.
There it is.
Good job. She can't hold a serious face. That's what's great about her.
I am just super tired because my meds.
I ain't got no.
I ain't got no time.
So, Marvelous Mermaid
is the only.
Let's get your impressions on the first podcast. This was your first one. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? And
I like everything about it. I like that we can open up and like be funny and silly, but then it can also be like deep and serious.
I feel like you just said exactly what I
Yeah, that's exactly what I feel like.
I was kind of going off about what
I feel like we have no time in the podcast, though.
Wow.
No, but I'm serious.
Original.
That's what I like about this.
So original. I feel like we need more time in this podcast.
I know we should like.
Yeah.
Then nobody's gonna listen to them because they're gonna be too long.
Well, it's the last 5 minutes of the show. I want to say, Baby Goat, it's been an honor getting to know you.
Nah.
It's too short. You do the best impression of a baby goat I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And of a
like
baby.
Record it.
I know we have it on recording so many times.
Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Need to remember it for after.
I'll tell you what. You should say what you're going to miss about this podcast as a baby.
Okay. Oh, I also can talk like a 5-year-old. Joey, you don't know that. Oh my god.
Because you.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm gonna miss about this podcast is all the fun things that we talk about, like the time we talked about prank calling people. That was really funny, and you called a person, and you ordered them oranges, and it was really funny. What else? Oh boy! Ooh! Oh my God! Hold on, I gotta think about it for a second. Wait. Today when we talked about like me and we go, and I like talking about certain things, and
Yeah, that just scared us all.
That was awesome. Mr. Steely Girl, just in case it's your last week. I hope it is, and I hope it's not for you. Like, I want you to be able to.
It's either this week or next week.
Live your life, but I'm also gonna miss you.
She is gone.
Yeah.
So, do you have any you shouldn't have real closing thoughts in case next week you're still here and that'll be awkward because you already closed it out.
Yeah, you know what's funny though?
What?
I'll make it deep, but not too deep.
The people here actually we actually just spoke only as clients for the first time last night. And I mean, I know that these people are not going to be around once I leave, and even starting tomorrow when we get say a new client, which is supposedly a boy or something, another guy coming to this place. But the people last night, the way that we all supported somebody after they wanted to kill themselves are the type of people that, yes, it's not going to be the exact people, but are the same people you need to find in the outside world. The same people I want to find in the outside world. You're about to go, and we're not all going to be there. Yes, as soon as we get out of here, we do have phones and we can contact each other, but it's not like I could be at your front door like we're living together when we're here. It's different then. For all I know, I'll be halfway around the world by the day I leave here right after that. But for you, you're about to be out of here. It's all gone. You have to find yourself a new team like that. I mean, you could always call us, but some of us are still going to be in here. We won't be able to speak to you at all unless they somehow give us rights, past our parents to speak to you.
It's at least it's not all gone. You could at least take this experience with you, and these relationships will continue on.
Yeah, I know me and Mr. Studio Girl's friendship will go on for a really long time. I know that.
Mr. Steely Girl, you want to be deep but not too deep?
No, it's just that when you create a bond with somebody, you in a place you didn't really expect to. That's what it kind of is. But my thing is that it's difficult to explain these kinds of friendships with people because they're like, you came out of rehab. That's not a real relationship. But I beg to differ.
You know what's funny? That's actually the realest relationship you're gonna get because in the outside world, we're back to making our mistakes again. This is where we're cleaning up our mistakes in a way. In a way, we're not actually cleaning them up because
I think it's
those two cops were still knocked out that day when I did it. Well, the 2 different days. In a way, we're not. Don't laugh. In a way, we're not. What's it called? In a way, yes. But this was the one time that we actually straight up with ourselves. And these are the few people that actually knew the most about us.
Exactly. This is a stronger bond than
they
in real
still
life.
chose to be your friend with knowing whatever you've done, with knowing that I've attempted suicide yesterday. They still, nobody in this place yet, at least.
Judges.
Staff has. But besides a few staff members, nobody judged about that at all. I don't know if you actually judged on the inside, but you definitely did not on the outside.
No, I do not judge.
When you triggered me 2 days ago, I did not judge you as a terrible person for that. Because you were not the only one that triggered. That was everybody in that room at the time. As much as you believed that it was just yourself. And I still did not look at any of them differently. These are, in a way, the actual only true friends. When I was an outpatient before, that's exactly what I realized. These are the people that are accepting me for trying to overdose every night when I was an outpatient. And they still accepted me the next day when I came back in.
There's a lot of love here. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, we all do care about each other. Like I was saying earlier, it basically is a family.
It's the first family. Yes, we all have our biological family, or our step parents, or fake parents, whatever you want to call them, that call themselves parents and call themselves siblings. But
this is more family than I've ever had in my entire
That's
life.
what I mean.
Yeah.
This is the most family you'll have. I thought I found that once, but then I realized that was just fucking drugs, friends, and stuff like that. Now, not using, you find out that this is actually a family.
Because you fight, you make up,
you protect each
get back
other,
up.
and if somebody's angry at each other, just like you said, you make up, you work together, you have someone else in the group work together to get at that. Just because you're pissed at him, like when I was in drugs, if I was pissed at somebody, I never spoke to that person again. But over here, what am I doing? How could I force one of these people to skip town? They're not going to leave the rehab. So you actually learn how to make up. You learn how to enjoy each other's company.
Well, that's our closing thought for the podcast.
That was pretty deep, guys.
Yeah,
that was pretty deep.
Can I have a closing statement?
Yes.
Somewhat closing?
Yeah.
Whatever happens in your life, whether it's like a baby goat leaving or you're going off to boarding school or whatever it is.
Best wishes on that.
Thank you.
I did that for 4 years. It's not the funnest thing in the world.
Like, despite all that, like, as hard as it was for me to accept this, as long as it took for me to accept this, maybe nobody ever will accept this that's hearing this, but your next breath will still come. Your next heartbeat will still be there. The next time you open your eyes, everything that was in the room before will still be there. It might be different emotionally, mentally, but physically, it's the same, and the physical aspect of your life dictates a lot of your mental and emotional life.
Yeah.
So it will all still be there regardless of what happens.
True. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I
Thank
feel like
you.
that's your choice, though, but yeah. Good job.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to Unnoticed Observer, your window into group therapy. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please leave a rating and review. For all the latest updates and info, follow us on Facebook at Unnoticed Observer Podcast. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.